I'm gay. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. It's Timothy. It is 11:16 p.m. November 26, 2025. Your girl is a bad bitch, and I know you're like, Timothy, you look fucked up. Shut the fuck up. That's because I'm recording on a tap. You bitch. Fuck me. That's because I'm recording on a fucked up tablet. Woo! I looked really good this evening. I looked very good. Let's take this wig off. Fuck it. Take off the wig. I stood down. Sexy. Okay. I want to tell you about tonight. Tonight was my first ever time DJing at a showcase. Everything went pretty good. The only weird thing is that, like, before the showcase, my music was playing hella loud, hella good. And then I took a hiatus, like, from playing music and stuff, so that we could all eat lunch and, like, before setup and everything. And I spent, like, an hour or so talking to the manager of the venue, and they were super sweet. Super sweet. Fucking blonde, blue-eyed, I think blue-eyed, maybe green-eyed. I think they were blue-eyed. Yeah, they were blue-eyed. Fucking trans white boy. Fucking yeah. And if you're like, it's also funny when I talk to people who aren't trans, because then when you say something like trans boy, they'll be like, what did they transition from? They transitioned into a boy, obviously. But it is funny that you have to explain that stuff to them. It's like confusing gender math. But it was fun to talk to them. We talked about a bunch of stuff, like Black Butler, the anime, and I told them about Charlie's Angels. They had never heard of it in their life, and they grew up in a small town in Virginia, like in Chesapeake Bay or whatever. And they were super fun to talk to, very sweet, very ADHD, very nice, very trans, very gay. I liked it. Talking to them was a lot of fun. They were also divorced, and I hate to admit it, I like when people I fuck are divorced. I didn't fuck this person remotely, not even a little bit. But I don't know, it's always funny when I'm attracted to someone and they're divorced. It triggers something for my cuck kink, where it's like whether I'm getting cucked or someone else is. It's like, haha, you, like, I don't want to talk about it right now, but sometimes when I meet someone and they're divorced, sometimes I think, wow, that person thought they were going to spend the rest of your life with you, but they don't know they're about to leave you and meet the baddest bitch ever, and me and them are about to fuck. Did we fuck? No, I had a. If you're like to me, sorry. Oh, shit. If you're like to me, how much did you have to drink tonight? Before I left the house earlier this morning, I had a big ass large Mountain Dew cup, probably equivalent to like God knows how many milligrams, a fuck ton. Not a 2 liter, but definitely like a lot of soda of Mountain Dew. Like imagine someone drinking half a liter of Mountain Dew. That's what maybe a little more. That's me. Number two. I had so today was a funny day because I was just trying shit out. I was like, you know what? I was like, I have a small little mini flask of Fireball I got for 99 cents at the corner store. I have half a bottle of soju, and I have a cup of White Claw sitting on my dresser. And at some point I was like, fuck it, let's take it off. And I took it off. Within the same 2 minutes I took all that shit. And boy oh boy did I have the most efficient shower and efficient day. God knows. I used the Shea Butter Body Scrub from the Body Shop, and let me tell you, it is a little bit annoying when you're planning on shaving your skin and you're like, I'm gonna exfoliate using this body scrub. Surely it's just sugar and like a little scent product, and then you find out it's actually gonna make your skin incredibly soft to the point where you almost consider not shaving. Anyway, but my skin was incredibly soft, and then I went out for a little bit. I don't remember what I did. Oh, I remember. I ran a quick little errand, but the place I was trying to go to was closed. Came back home, decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do even more stuff. I dermaplaned my face, did more lip hydration stuff to make my lips even more rosy and plump. What else did I do? I don't remember fully. I planned a bunch of music, got my stuff together for my showcase tonight. I shaved my coochie, my butthole, just in case. and also just because I wanted to shave my legs, even the thickest hair on my thighs. And then I got out the shower, covered myself in even more shea butter, oiled myself up on top of that with body glitter and oil and stuff, and put on my wig, put on my makeup, rushed out the house looking like a fucking goddess. It was amazing. And I went there and I had a great fucking time. And I met this lovely person who was a trans white boy, and we talked and had a fun time. They were so fun. They were so sweet, and they are my type. They are exactly my type. I wanted to, like, let's just say, I later on in the event at the comedy showcase, I did pretty well with the music. Although mysteriously, the music, as soon as I wanted to play walk-up music between comedians, it went quiet. Like, I'll put it this way: imagine you have your music turned all the way up, and every other song you play is like not quite wall thumpingly loud, but loud enough where it's like if it's playing at full volume, people know, oh shit, get up and dance. This music's not letting you sit down, type shit. And then as soon as the showcase actually starts and you're trying to play like someone's recommended walk-up music like 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton or Upgrade You by Beyonce, suddenly the music is like barely present at all. Like, I'm not saying whisper quiet, but damn near, to the point where I was like, damn, can I hear anything? But it went well. The audience was full of old white people, and they congratulated me after and said I did a great job. So it's like, hell yeah, that was fun as fuck. But I was really concerned. I was like, shit, my job is to be the DJ. What do you mean you suddenly can't hear the music? You could hear the music very presently before, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because there was a huge audience and they're clapping and wooing was louder than the music was versus how the music sounded in a room that was empty and devoid of people except for like less than a handful. So you know what? That's still an achievement in itself, and I'm so happy about that. I actually am. But let's see. The trans person's name, Cody. Yeah, Cody. Cody was cute. Cody was adorable, cute as fuck. I like that. What do I want to say? I'll say it like this. Me and Cody kept talking and talking and vibing and playing music and jamming to funk music and stuff and laughing at jokes and having a great time. And the way we had so much rosé and prosecco and root wine, and at some point I was combining wines and just handing them glasses full of this shit. It was so much fun, but holy shit, I was fucked up. We both got fucked up. And at some point they said something about their venue, and they were like, yeah, there's this one room that everybody secretly has sex in, and one day I want to have sex in it too. I wanted to so badly be like, if you, like, I was in the right amount of alcoholic mood, where I wanted to just slowly sip my wine glass and just be like, we might have time tonight, because I have time, and seen what that has done for me. But did I know? Like, even though I'm a hot lady, I still believe that people can have consent and rights, and that some things can still count as sexual harassment. So I was like, yeah. Also, I'm on my period. I didn't want to. Also, knowing me, I probably, like, there's a chance I would have just been like, you're fucking sexy. Do you want to fuck in that room? I'm on my period, so I can't, but I can slurp you up, and I don't know how they would have reacted. Plus, honestly, if I am gonna have sex with someone who's like trans, and I already have had sex with someone who's trans, but like they would be trans, and that doesn't count. Cause it's like, when I fucked that last dude, Luke, he had on a binder during sex, and we fucked, and don't remind me of it. Gross. Well, sexy, but he's just a gross person who I hate and disgusted by a lot. Sex was fucking nice though. He has a lovely body, but it was easy to guess which. I'll put it this way: if I'm having sex with someone who actually is still presently trans and stuff, it's like, okay, I want to know what things I may or may not do that can cause you dysphoria or cause you to feel fucked up, because I'm not trying to do that to you. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cody's hot. Cody's hot. I like it. I like their facial hair. I like the hair on their head. I like their highlights. I like their pretty eyes. I like their glasses. I like their very large hips and their very nice ass and thighs. Oh my god. I like their waistline. I like their build. I like everything about them so far. And they're very fun to talk to and very sweet. And I genuinely like their company. But yeah, I decided not to raise them up. But I went home tonight. They helped me get into my car and carry my bag into my car for me. They were very sweet. I appreciated that. And then once I got home, we texted each other, and I was like, "Hey, I have tickets to this one concert on this day. If you want to come with me, have you heard of this band?" They were like, "I haven't, but I'd love to go." And so now I guess we have plans, whether it's platonic or it's a date. All I know is, hey, come to have fun. It is a little funny. I don't know. I like. Okay, do I want to make a joke? I can make a joke. Cody won't see this, but I will say it is going from a trans blonde Aryan race looking motherfucker to another one is kind of funny. It's like I don't know. It's like God heard me go, no. I liked the white boy with the blonde hair, blue eyes, and titties that I was fucking with. And then he was like, get over that racist motherfucker, bitch. Here, I got you a new one. Even better. They're even more luscious and they're sweet and kind and also not racist. And it's like, oh. Suddenly I'm over that crush. Hell yeah. Anything else I want to say? Even in they are very. Their build is perfect. I love their build. I love Cody's build. Cody has a very, very, very nice build. I was holding it in my thoughts because I'm a very open person. When I'm drunk, I will say things, no matter how appropriate they are. But when they were helping me up the stairs and they said something along the lines of, "Here, I'll hold your bag for you, and if you want, you can hold on to me for extra security so that you can make sure you don't fall as we're ascending up these steps." I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it. Okay, I'll put it this way. Fucking with trans people is fun, but it's like, I don't know, you can't do certain things. And it feels weird until you have to remind yourself. It's like, you know what? If a cis man had a fat ass, I would happily be on here like this man had that donkey dump truck. This man had the wibbly wobbly rabbin, fucking fucking wagon, fucking big old booty. And so, you know what? But I feel bad doing that to a trans guy because, you know, I know that affects them differently. But I will say it. I'll say it as nicely as I can. Cody had that wagon on him. The biggest, amazing body. The most luscious hips I've ever seen. Amazing ass. Really nice toned legs with muscular calves. My type. Oh, and I like their... I'm salivating. I don't want to be salivating. Oh, so t4t is so funny. Because I made jokes about how my last fling or whatever you call that fucking bullshit with the loser. Like, it was t4t, but in a confusing way where I just refused to transition because I'm milking the whole woman thing for work and stuff because it's so lovely and fun. And then meanwhile, Luke Healy was like T, but went back in the closet to go back to being a grifter, but secretly probably still has their thoughts and ways sort of person. Also, I'll say it. I think Luke Healy, that bitch nigga, I think he genuinely, like, I don't know how to say it. He hated himself both ways. So I think it was easier for him to convince himself that he hated himself as a woman and that he was so terrible as a trans woman. Because deep down it's like, well, nigga, no offense, you turned back into a dude and now you're a man again, or a man for the first time ever. And I hate to say it, nigga, it's like you didn't like yourself then, you didn't like yourself now. No offense, like, why are you shitting on trans people and LGBT when deep down the issue is that you just hated yourself and you still hate yourself? You got a lot of fucking issues, dude. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's a quote I heard from a movie that said, when you go into the store so you go to the store hungry, you end up walking out buying half the store or some shit. And that's what Luke is. That's why he went from being a trans communist woman who was on drugs to now he's like this uber Catholic white supremacist white dude. It's like, dude, like, you're just trying out whatever you can because deep down you don't really have a personality, you don't have a sense of self, and you don't love yourself. So yeah, when you go yeah, going to Target hungry, you leave with half the store. It's like you're just going, you're just like, I'm gonna enter life and just take a little bit of everything with me. Because deep down, he doesn't have a sense of self. He just jumps from ideology to ideology and doesn't really stand for anything. He claims he does, but deep down he doesn't. And he knows that. But let's not piss myself off tonight. But I do find it funny that something I liked about Luke is that he told, like, it was his first time being like a man. Like, cause mind you, he transitioned when he was like 10, and he started hormones. I forget what age, sometime between 13 to 18, and so but even then he started identifying as Beatrice at like age 10 or so. So then, well, I'll put it this way: if right before you're 25, you decide to start being Luke again, now you're a man for the first time ever. You don't know how to do man shit. You kind of know it's like, okay, open doors, pay the bill. Like, women like money, so give them money. It's like, he got certain things right, which I very much did like. Other times it was just like, I don't know how to say it other than he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And I don't know, it was kind of like a fun, I had to admit it, it was a sexy novelty. Like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of novelties, whether or not a guy has a lot of sexual partners, or does, or doesn't, or whatever. But it's like, just like how there's a difference between if you fuck a guy who has never had sex before versus if you fuck a guy who's fucked a million times, and vice versa, whatever. It's like, it was kind of sexy, I admit, to fuck a dude who's like first time being like an actual man. It's like, yeah, imagine most of your life you were like a kid, and then most of your life you were a woman, and now suddenly you're a man, and it's like, holy shit, Tam's filling my cock with blood in a way I've never felt before. I've never felt my dick and balls do this. What do I do? Do I touch myself? And he was opening like, do I touch myself? And I was like, sure, go ahead. And it was fun. It was a fun novelty of like, here's someone who's having intense bodily reactions and an entirely extreme new experience for the first time in their life because they had never had sex with a woman while actually identifying and being a man and having testosterone flood in their veins and shit like that, which is hot. I hate that I'm still tuning as I talk about this. And now it's kind of a fun novel. Another thing where it's like, I thought to myself, oh, am I ever going to have an experience like that again? That was so unique and awesome. Am I sure that Luke's not the one for me? Now I meet Cody. And it's like, hey, look, Tamir, you were crying over a white boy with titties. You got a new one. And even better, they got a pussy. You can finally learn how to eat pussy, because I know you've been craving pussy and not dick lately for the first time in your life. And it's like, oh, yeah! Yeah! And then, it was funny, because then Cody was also telling me how, they transitioned. I forget how long ago they transitioned, but they did openly say similar. They were like, yeah, dating is weird, singing is weird, a bunch of things is weird because a lot of things I did when I was a woman and like identified as a woman. And now I'm a dude and it's like my voice is deeper, my body is different. I lost 126 pounds and it's like everything physically and mentally and everything about me is different. And it's like that must feel so amazing, really. To just kind of be like, when you last had sex, you were someone who was like an obese, depressed woman. And now you get to finally go out and date people while you're a confident, sexy, spry, in shape young man. That must be, and like that's a whole surreal new experience. And definitely a learning process, but you know what? I'm flattered that their first time after getting a divorce, that Cody's having a divorce, their first time, I don't know if it counts as a date or not, or if it is a fun hangout, I don't give a shit. All I know is I'm happy that they're spending time with me. Because it's like, you know what, I get to hang out with a friend, and that makes me happy. And otherwise, I was just going to skip the concert because I didn't know who to go with, and I'm quite happy and content. So God bless me. But yeah, that's how life goes. Shout out to trans people. I love it. Amen. And also my showcase with fuck niggas. Though, I hate some people. If you're like, what do you mean by that last part? Nothing, I just remembered someone who pissed me off conversation. I already blocked them. Let's just say if I'm talking to you about a subject and you just interrupt me to prove that you were not listening to me whatsoever, I'm gonna say, fuck you, nigga, and that's how that goes. But shout out to people like Cody who actually listened to every single bit of conversation I said about Charlie's Angels and Black Butler and comedy showcases, cool ass events. Love that shit. Cody seems like a lovely vibe. I'd love to see what else happens with them. And even if it stays platonic, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, it's like, yeah, I get to just stay nice and slay. And a part of me did want to really be like, hey, just so you know, my nipples taste just like my cherry chapstick. And I'm on my period, but when I drink too much, I want to fucking shove my tongue in something warm and wet. Like, I'm just glad it's like, you know what? I get to see an alternate reality where I don't say that and get to have a cool time with Cody at a concert. God bless Naaman, no matter what happens. Also, if you're like, how tall is Cody? I was wearing heels, so for all I know, they could be 4 inches shorter than me, or maybe they could be a foot shorter than me. I can't tell. They're a short little fella, but I like short fellas, and I like thick fellas, and they're short, thick fellas, so they're even more my type. So I'm excited to see what happens. And even if we stay friends, that's cool with me. I always love having you friends. Peace out, and then bye.